Okay, we need to talk about Trello billing. There are a lot of people I've seen recently that are either really confused by or really upset by Trello billing and the way that it works. And here's the thing, I get it. I love being able to use free tools for as long as possible. I talk about that all over the channel. And you can still use Trello free to a very large extent before you need to upgrade. But then once you upgrade, depending on how you've been using the free plan, you may suddenly find yourself paying way more than you expected. So let me just break it down for you and help you understand how each of these different plans work. Okay, so the first thing we need to talk about, unless you're talking about enterprise level, which if you're watching my channel, you're probably not. Your Trello plan is not for your entire account. It's workspace by workspace. So keep that in mind when we're talking about these different plans. A free workspace is actually capable of quite a lot. You get access to automation, albeit with limits. You get access to power-ups. And as far as I can tell, you can add any power-up you want within the free plan. You just may end up paying for the power-up itself. But that's not Trello billing, that's power-up billing. So make sure that you remember that those are separate, okay? You're also able to collaborate with people in a free workspace. But here's where the recent changes have kind of upset some people. It used to be that you could add as many people to your free Trello boards as you wanted. And that is no longer the case. They have recently changed it so that a free Trello workspace can only have up to 10 collaborators. Now, even if they only have access to one board in that workspace, they count as a collaborator against the entire workspace. So here's where, in my opinion, if you just get a little bit creative, you can kind of work around this 10 collaborators issue to a certain point. Eventually, you may get to a point where it just doesn't make any sense and you need to figure out the budget to make it work the way you need it to. But you can stay within that free workspace for quite a long time. Just gonna have limitations, so each of those workspaces can only have 10 boards in it, but you get to have, I mean, I don't wanna say unlimited workspaces because I know it's not unlimited, but I have yet to reach the limit. And if you've ever watched any of my videos where I kind of scroll through my account, I got a lot of workspaces in there, guys. So if I'm not hitting that limit, it's gonna be a while before you do, okay? So that's in the free workspace. You can also have an upgraded workspace, and this is going to be at your standard or premium level. And this is where I feel like there's some confusion and also people are getting upset because they have a free workspace, they've got it set up to do all these things, they're collaborating with a bunch of people, and then they go to upgrade and they're expecting the $5 or $10 a month, depending on which plan they're upgrading to. But suddenly when they scroll down to the bottom of this page, they see like a much higher price, right? It's not $5 a month, it's $5 per user per month. And that's the place where I feel like people get upset because they don't realize this is how almost all of these platforms are going to work with the billing. Most of them are not going to have a flat rate. That's when you get to the point of enterprise level. If you have so many users that it doesn't work for you to pay in that kind of structure, then yeah, you do want to talk to them about that enterprise level, and you're more likely to get probably a discount per license so that it's still going to be paying per user, but it may be a little more affordable for you, but it'll also be more reliable because you'll be able to predict the cost every month. So within though the standard and paid workspace billing, what's so great about it is that you're not locked into a certain number of users beyond your billing cycle. So while I normally would tell you to choose the annual billing option because you get a discount for that, and you do, in this case, I would almost say if you're planning on having collaborators, especially some that come and go, for example, clients that you may give access to something for a while, but then they won't need access anymore, you don't want to be paying for them anymore, then you might want to do that on a month-by-month basis, because as you deactivate those users or remove them from boards, your billing will fluctuate based on that. It's also really important to remember that inside of a paid workspace, if you have someone that is a guest on only one board in that workspace, then you're not paying for them. It's only once you start adding them to more than one board in the workspace that you start paying for them. So please remember that. Also, while you have these paid workspaces, you can still have all of your free workspaces. So when you are adding someone to a board, stop and think for a minute. Do I actually need paid functionality on this board, or could it be a free board? Meaning, do I need a lot of automation for this board? Do I need to access custom fields or any of the other views or things like that that come along with a paid workspace? If you don't need that, then make that a board in your free workspace so that that collaborator is just over there instead of being someone that you're paying for in a paid workspace. There are ways around getting to the point where suddenly you're paying for 10 licenses and your $5 a month has just turned into $50 a month, right? That only happens when you're not paying attention and you're not managing your platform efficiently. So if you found yourself in a situation where you're trying to upgrade and getting some sticker shock, reach out to me because I've recently started offering Trello consulting services. We can take a look at your account and I can make my recommendations for how you can get creative to reorganize things and keep your costs down while still getting access to the functionality and the features that you're looking for in Trello. The online tools for your business do not need to be complicated and overwhelming. It's time to let it be easy.